All right, so here's our axle, new seal, new bearing, new spacer, snap ring is back on, so we're good to go. So now let's take this to the vehicle so we can install it. Good. So now, before we install the axle, I'm gonna remove the bearing race. The outer race of the bearing is still stuck here. So I'm gonna, oh, actually right here. It's coming out. We gotta remove this race. Come on, baby. There we go. So here's the outer race of the bearing. Okay. Now, Mr. Ian has cleaned the backing plate very well. Okay. We got this clean. Okay, so let me go change my gloves and then I'll be back so we can install our axle. I got new gloves. So here is the old bearing, trash, sleeve, trash, old seal, trash. All right, so now we're gonna apply some boom boom sauce here before we install the axle. Okay, so the backing plate has been cleaned. So now I'm gonna install the axle. Ian is gonna give me our ready to go axle. The axle has been prepped. So now I'm gonna install it. Actually, you know what? Before we install the axle, it's gonna be easier to install the brake shoes while the axle is out. So I'm gonna grab, we're installing new brake shoes and new hardware. I'm gonna grab my brake shoes and the brake shoes hardware. We're gonna install that first before we install the axle. All right, so now we are going to install our brake shoes for the parking brakes. There's a little slat over here where the holder goes into. I won't be able to show it to you, but just picture this pin over here going into a hole, and then we're gonna twist it. Just like that, perfect. Now we're gonna install the other shoe. So now we're going to install this pin. There we go. Okay, so we got our brake shoe installed. So we got both shoes installed. We can leave this way for now. I can actually go ahead and install the cable, the park brake cable. I'm gonna put some boom boom sauce here a little bit. Guys, we're working outside. It's raining. We got the canopy set up here. It's crazy. What happened? Someone disconnected our light. Robin, you disconnected the light. All right. Yeah, good. Okay. So I'm gonna tighten the bolt for the park brake cable. Okay, so that's tight. Now we can install our drive axle. Okay, so here comes the axle. I'm gonna put some boom boom sauce on the bearing and the seal so they can slide in very easily. Okay, nice. So the trick to installing this is you have to lift the back a little bit and then get these studs lined up like that. This is the hard part. Come on. Come on, baby. No, it's not going in. Why? There. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now it's just a matter of getting everything lined up. Okay, can you give me that big hammer? Can you grab it? Oh, right here. I have it actually. I forgot that I had it. So we're gonna tap this in gently. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to force this in. You have to push this gently. Nice. Just like butter. All right. So we're good there. Nice. So now I'm gonna start installing the nuts for the plate that holds the axle shaft on the axle housing. You guys won't be able to see them. They're actually the nuts in the back. Okay, so I'm gonna install this one over here. And then another one down here. And then another one over here. And then one more over here. So I'm gonna crisscross these nuts because we need to push this plate evenly to help the seal sit properly. And after that, we're gonna torque down these nuts. Now I'm gonna push this one over here. Nice. And then this one over here. Perfect. And then there's this one here. This one here is spinning. It was spinning before I took it out. I'm gonna try to hold it with the vice grip. All right, so I'm gonna go look up the torque spec for these nuts, and then I'll bring you guys back up so we can torque them down. Now we're gonna use our torque wrench to torque the nuts that hold the bearing plate on the axle housing. So we're gonna torque these nuts to 41 foot-pound. I'm gonna crisscross them. So I'm gonna start with this one first. Right there. I hope you can hear the torque wrench click. And then we're gonna come up here. Just like that. So that's torqued. So now we're gonna torque this one here. This one is spinning. I'm gonna hold it. Right there. Nice. Very good. So now we're gonna tighten this one over here. That's good. So now I'm gonna double check these ones up here. Nice. All right. So we're good to go. We're done here. So now we're gonna install our mechanism for the park brake cable. I'm gonna wipe it down. There's a little pin over here. We got Ian behind the camera. Ian is now cameraman today. Cameraman Ian.
Learning all types of skills here.
Yeah, learning everything. How to talk in front of the camera.
How to talk behind the camera.
How to be behind the camera. Nice. Cameraman Kyler is not with us here today. He's got a lot of work to do. A lot of editing to do. So he's editing some videos that you guys will see soon. So Kyler is not here. So now I'm gonna install this pin. Just like that. And then this is gonna go right here. Just right there. And then we're gonna install this piece over here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. This piece that goes right here. Just like that. Nice. Very good. And then we are replacing the hardware of the brake shoes. So we're gonna install this guy over here. Nice. Just like that. We got the first spring installed. Very good. So now we're gonna install the adjuster. We have to lube it a little bit. I'm gonna put some of our favorite sauce, some boom boom sauce. And then I'm gonna put some over here too. So this is gonna go in this way, okay? So it's gonna go right back here. Right there. And then we're gonna install the spring over here. I'm sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just like that. We will see how this video turns out. So if it's not good, you guys can blame Ian.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Putting a lot of pressure on you, Ian. Nice, okay. Right, good. So right there, we got our brake shoes installed. So now Ian is gonna go in the vehicle and apply the parking brakes. When the parking brakes apply, we should see the brake shoes come out, expand like this. So go ahead and do it, Ian. And then also, oh, I was gonna ask to bring the rotor, but it's here. The new one is here, so we're good. Apply the brakes. Nice. Let go. Nice. I hope you guys can see how the brake shoe is expanding. Yeah, let go. Perfect. Nice. The parking brakes will work very well. Okay, so I'm gonna install the rotor. I'm gonna adjust the parking brakes, and then Ian is gonna install the caliper bracket and the brake pads, and then we should be good to go. Now this rotor is coated. We don't really need to clean it, but I don't know. Let's just clean it. Can I get some clean sharp towel? So we cleaned the rotor. Thank you. We're gonna wipe it down. So this rotor is a combination of a brake rotor and the brake drum. Can you zoom out a little bit? There you go, perfect. So this is a combination of the brake rotor and the brake drum. So now we're gonna install our brake rotor. I'm gonna spin it a little bit. So I need to adjust the shoes. I gotta expand them. I'm just gonna reduce the clearance between the shoes and the drum. Let's go a little bit more. No, that's a little too tight. A little too tight. We're gonna loosen it just a little bit. Nice, that's good. So Ian, go ahead and apply the parking brakes. Once Ian applies the parking brakes, we shouldn't be able to spin the rotor. Apply it. Nice, release. There we go. Apply. Release. Okay, I'm applying some effort here. As you can see, I can spin the rotor. Apply. Nice, our parking brakes are now holding. The other issue that this vehicle had was the parking brakes were not holding. Okay, so we're good, buddy. You up, Ian? So now Ian is gonna install our brake caliper bracket. We're gonna prep this off camera. I've seen you guys, I've shown you guys on so many videos how to prep a caliper bracket. I'm gonna prep this off camera, and then Ian will install this afterwards. So now Ian is going to install the caliper bracket. We got the caliper bracket prepped. We installed the pads, hardware. So Ian is gonna line up the caliper bracket, and then he's gonna get the bolts started. Now the torque spec for the caliper bracket bolt is 76 foot-pound. We're gonna torque the caliper bracket bolt to 76 foot-pound. Let me go get the torque wrench.
Honda mitt bil.
Put anything in here again, real quick?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
have you get on it, because I got to get on this. So I'm going to put my stuff back.
Yeah, you're good there. Yeah.
Man, show me the big tag driver now, man.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, he's got a Honda. He's gonna pull in here, and then we should be good. Ready?
Maybe 17.
I think there were no 19. All right, so I got our torque wrench set up to 76 foot-pound. So now we're gonna torque those bolts to 76 foot-pound. And once again, the caliper bracket bolts are 19 millimeter bolts. Let's see how strong you are, Ian. There you go, perfect. So the torque wrench clicked, so that's tightened. Ian is gonna tighten the other one. Almost. You got it? Okay, hold on. You need help?
Yeah.
Let me see. All right, Ian. Good job. Good try. There you go. Perfect. It was just the angle. Yeah, you just a little bit. So now I'm just gonna loop these pads and then you're gonna install them. So we're gonna put some boom boom sauce here, and right here, and then some back here. So this is the back pad. You can put, you know, brake grease over here, or you could also put it on the caliper. So we're just gonna put this over here, some boom boom sauce, and then some over here. Okay, so this is brake grease. That's it. So Ian, you can go ahead and install our pads. Let me set the torque wrench for you.
Is this side going outside or inside?
Yeah, that's the inner pad. Yeah, so you don't want to touch the friction material. Okay, so Ian is handling the pad carefully. He's not touching the friction material. That's good, Ian. Nice. Perfect. Great. So now you're going to install your caliper. Now, the other thing I want to mention is we didn't film as I was doing this. We also we also installed the wheel speed sensor off camera. We have to push that back? Okay, let me get you the tool for that. So we're gonna push this one over here. Okay, so we had to push the piston back a little bit. So what I was saying is I installed the wheel speed sensor off camera. So I cleaned it a little bit, I put it back on and I tightened the bolt and that was it. So pretty straightforward. Okay, so now we're gonna torque the caliper bolts. The torque spec for the caliper bolts is 20 foot-pounds. So we already got our torque wrench set up to 20 foot-pounds. So Ian is gonna torque them. There you go. Nice. Now we're gonna torque the other one. All right, that's it. So, and then we're gonna install the tire, torque the lug nuts, and then we should be good to go. So that's it. All right, guys, that's it. We're gonna leave this right over here. We're not gonna show you the process of installing the tire and torquing the lug nuts. We've done it here multiple times. Actually, my hat is dirty. I don't like getting dirty. We've done it here multiple times, so we're not gonna show you that. Right now, we're gonna put the tire, lower the vehicle, and drive it away. It's kind of drizzling outside, so we have our canopy set up. Ian, good job, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
You did great.
Thank you.
So, thank you everybody for being here. I hope you liked the video. This is how you remove and replace rear wheel bearings and a bearing seal or hub seal on this Xterra. You know, you have to press the bearing in and the sleeve, and this wasn't easy.
No, it was not.
But we got it done. So thanks for being here. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. Thanks everybody for being here. Ian, what are we going to tell our viewers?
Hope you enjoyed the video.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. And guess what? We're going to have another happy customer.
Yes, sir.
Good job, buddy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, there you go. Actually, thank you for mentioning that. Guys, I have a secret to tell you. Help us find a shop. We thank you all for bringing business to us. We've been very busy. We have outgrown the space that we have, so we're looking for a bigger shop. If you know someone who owns a building, if you know someone who's leasing a building or selling a building, let us know. We're looking in the Frederick area, in Frederick, Maryland. Even if it's Hagerstown or Gaithersburg, let us know. We need a bigger shop. Help us find a shop, please. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.